hello, hello. Looks like we're live. I'm just tidying up here. I'm gonna do the dishes and we can talk while I do that. I forget where my holder is. I think it might be outside. Let's go out here and see if we can find the holder. There it is. I've been paving our road, repaving it. See that bag there? That's got deer feed in it. So the buck comes there. All right, let's go back in the house. I wanna spray this first because I need to work my loom, dress the loom. And I thought maybe this is the problem in here. Oh, that's much better. Should have that little sprayer thing on. But this is going well. Okay then, so I can do that. But right now I'm in the process of doing the dishes. Better wash all that off. I was transplanting tomatoes. So where did I put your little stand? Maybe I left it out here. Nope. Did I leave it out here? Nope. Did I take it to the kitchen? Perhaps I did. Where did I put it? It's for fixing the screens. All right. Make sure I'm not just looking right at it. There it is. Okay. There we are. Hello. Now we're together again. I'm just gonna do the dishes. So tell me about your life. How's everything? Good to be with you again. So last winter, I had the seeds that we saved from the best tomato plants. Ava saved them for me. She dried them out and put them on a cloth. And then when they came, they planted them. And they were really tall, like they're a meter tall or more. But they're very spindly, right? They just came outside. So today I was transplanting them out of the big orange flat thing that they've been growing. Which has been, so I've got, I think I planted 6 of them out, and I've got about 4 more or so. So I'm searching around for empty garden beds, ones we haven't used lately, or that nobody is planting things in. There's 3 of us planting things, so I gave all my beds to Emma and Daniel. And of course, Dad's got his on the other side. And things, everything's looking great. The squash are up. And the squash are very good. And the beans are up. We can't plant until the first of beans until the 1st of June here. But I wore myself out planting those out. I filled the bucket with water and then I took the tomatoes out of the container where they were all growing in together. And I took and brought the wheelbarrow of manure over. And I I made holes in the leaves. Put down tons of leaves this fall on the beds. And cardboard under it. So I pulled back the leaves that were not decomposed. I made a hole, put manure in. The manure is kind of like soil, sandy manure. Great. And the plants were so long and spindly, and at the very end was a leaf or a few. And so I planted them, and I wound the stems. Oh, good morning, Shawasta Roy. I'm fine. Hi, Suze. Yeah, I just ran out of energy, that's all, but I figure I could stand up and do the dishes for a little while. Not very long. I think I'm almost done here with my standing time. I'll just clean out this sink. How's that? I'm trying to reclaim the yard out here. We're trying to fireproof our yard so that if we have a fire, which has been happening a lot, an hour away, but it's pretty wild up there. An hour away, so the forests are very dense, and the black spruce that grows in them is very dry. It's got all these dead branches that hang down for a long way up. And so we've been trying to cut off all the low branches. That's not here. We don't have that same trouble here. Jana made a pizza last night. He used yeast. He's the only one that I never taught how to make bread. I taught everybody else how to make bread on there in the bread machine so they could have homemade bread anytime. He had made the whole pizza on the counter, not on the pan, and so we had to move it to the pan, and so we were doing all these stupid things that we didn't need to be doing. We were sticking knives and spatulas under it and trying to slide it on. Well, you know what? All you have to do is cover it with something like, it had all the meat and everything was already on it, so, and the sauce and the cheese. So what you need to do is you lay the rolling pin down, or put a piece of something on it, wax paper or something, but now your wax paper is not made out of wax, it's made out of oil, or plastic. I guess it's all oil. I don't really like having plastic handle my food. But so what you would do is put a piece of wax paper or parchment paper over it, and then take the rolling pin and put down on the edge, and then just roll it up to the rolling pin with the wax paper to keep the layers apart. And then you can just unroll it onto the place you want it. Simple. The way I've taught you guys how to make pies. You've seen the pie crust videos and all those how to make pie videos. It's been 17 years, since I started this, so there's a lot on there. But I never edited any videos, because to me, editing a video was like watching or living your life twice or 3 times, because usually you had to not just once through and you're done. You have to cut and paste and check this and check that. By the time you're done, you've lived your life a few times. I used to go for walks and then write about it. And it took me so long to write the story of the walk that I ended up not doing it so much anymore. My walk would take an hour, but writing it would take 3 hours. But those are all in my journal, livejournal.com. Nancy Today, livejournal.com. Years and years of the journals. Doing to breathe. So today I take a car in this afternoon to get it fixed. Brakes, I think, or something. Can't believe how good the garden looks, even though it's been raining quite quite often, and it's been cloudy. They water it. Well, Dana's got a greenhouse, so it'll be there to green now. But I guess that it does. But they water anyway, but it's really made it beautiful. I like going for walks. I guess there's not so many mosquitoes now because are you going to make dinner now? No, it is 10 after 10 in the morning. It looks like Anna has some fish out. I've lost 14 pounds. And they cook meat. vegetables. And she puts pineapple in her food, especially pork. All right, 2 sinks. How is everything where you live? Hi, 2 ladybug hippie. Doing the dishes here. Okay. All done. Now we go to the compost. Let me just do that and I'll come back and grab you. Shall we sit outside? Get some water. So I made this coyote well. I told you about that. Were you there? I dug a hole and then the water filled it up. Am I still making soap? I have everything ready to make soap. It's all sitting right there. But I need to get a recipe. And then once I have a recipe and print it out, then I will. I was thinking of making olive oil soap, which is Castile, and lard soap. Lard is really easy for soap. Sorry, I guess this bowl is also. It makes really good hard soap if you use lard, which is the same as tallow. I saw the lid for this, I thought, here it is, making the pizza last night, Daniel. Her cooking is so amazing, you know, she makes something with flavored, lovely flavored meat, and then a pot of vegetables as well. Very good. Today she's going to make fish. It's going to be pompano. We're all clean gutted. Oh, no bones. Yes. In Vietnam, they leave the bones in. So I'm getting used to that. Put this away here. Eggs. Fishing stuff. Daniel's been fishing in the moat. It's fun to watch him go down there with him. He bought this big bucket of fish food, $100 worth of fish food. He's been going down there and feeding the fish in the pond, seeing if he can make them grow. Well, he just started last night, so we'll see what happens. Oh, that's the rest of his pizza. These are nettles, which need to be, they're almost dry, I think. They go in the bowl to be put into jars. I wonder where these came from. Check the bag. Compliments. Made for packaged in Toronto. That's all I know. All my fishing stuff. I asked Chat to tell me what fish lived here and what I needed to catch them. Things are getting out of hand now. Oh, my goodness. It would be good to make soap. Should I try and organize things and learn how again and do it? That would be a good idea. Okay. House is much cleaner. Oh, and the heater's on. Feels nice. It was 8 degrees this morning. Or last night. Okay. I'll be up and at it again. Hey, look me over, lend me an ear. Fresh out of clover, Margaret's up to here. Don't. I should write that down so I'll play it on my violin. Hey, look me over. Oh. I watched you when you had a room full of soap making. I remember that. I had a whole cupboard full of bars of soap to sell. It was fun. I was really into it. I should do it again. I've got my soap making on the dish, on the thing there, or my soap boxes. Well, why don't we just find this out? I think that one reason I accomplished so much when you were here is because I had you there to help me figure out what I was doing, right? Okay, so let's get out of this. And look at the internet. Okay, I bet ChatGPT could tell me. Okay, so I want soapcalc.net. It's a lie calculator. Okay, soapcalc. It can't be reached. What's wrong with this? Okay. I bet chat can tell us. If I use to bake 5 pounds of lard soap, 100% lard soap. Okay, here it is. Recipe calculator. Alright, so we're going to use 100% lard. So I guess that's pork lard, right? P-U-P-O, no. Just look under lard. L, lard, pig tallow, manica. Okay, so we're going to make 2, oops. Okay, so lard, and then we're going to have, that's all. We're going to use lard, water, and lye. So calculate the recipe. We have to have the percent. It's going to be 100%. And it's going to be 5 pounds. Should I make 5 pounds? Maybe 4 pounds. Let's make 4 pounds. Might fit in the container better. No, let's go with 5 pounds. So, in pounds, it's going to be 5. And then calculate recipe. View or print recipe. Okay, so this is going to be, hardness is going to be 42, 52 conditioner, 1 bubbly, 41 creamy, 57 iodine, INS is 139, palmitic is 28, oleic is 46. Okay. So, view or print recipe. And I'll show you the recipe. Turn it around. 38 degrees Celsius for you. Oh my gosh. Hi, 4 people. Okay, so soap recipe is to make 5 pounds, we will need, those are the ratios. So we need water, we need 861.82 grams of water, 304.17 grams of lye. Oils is all going to be lard, is 2,267.96. And fragrance, what fragrance should we add? We could add lavender. I like lavender soap. All right, totals. Pig tallow is 267. All right, that's our recipe. So we shall write it down. We'll print it. Where's the print recipe? There it is, print recipe. Gotta make sure the right printer is using. Print. Okay, well, let's write it down anyway. So for lard soap, lard soap, 5 pounds. And we need 861.82 grams, and that is water. And 304 lye. 304.17 lye. Grams water, and that's grams of lye. And then the lard, is 2267. 2267. I'm a bit dyslexic, so let's make sure. 861.82, 861.82, 304.17, 304.17, 2267, 2267.83. Lard, lye, and water. Wow, look at that. That was my stumbling block. Thank you. Now I can just make soap. Very cool. I have to have some energy. We'll have to wait for the energy to get here. When the energy arrives, then we can do this. So what will I need? Let's see. I'll write a list. To make soap. So what's today? This is June the 11th or the 12th? This is Tuesday. I have to do something at 2. Okay, Tuesday, June the, I think it might be the 12th, 2024. And so our recipe is, we're going to use lard, water, and lye. And our numbers, our lard is, I don't know why I want to write it down here if I've got it down here, 861.82, 861.82 grams. And that's the water. Put it up there under the water. This will be the lard. Lard is, a lye is 304.17, 304.17 grams. And the water, okay, so, oh yeah, the lard is 2267.83, 2267.83 grams. Okay, so this will be soap. This will be lard soap. Ta-da! Okay, now we both know the recipe. And you also know how to get it. You go to soapcalc.net, SOAPCALC.net. There may be an app, I don't know. So what am I going to need? I'm going to make a list of what I need. I'm going to need a water jar and a wooden spoon. Okay, and then I'm going to need a measuring cup. And this is when I will use plastic baggies. you know what's really good is when you take the lye and you go ahead and you measure the dry little granules of, don't touch it with your fingers because the moisture on your finger will activate it and you will end up with a little hole there. Don't do that. If you do have that happen, water flushes everything right away. Water is the best thing for getting lye off. And if you don't get it off, it will make holes. Don't get it in your eyes or you go blind. Case, and you should protect yourself. I never really protect myself. Wearing gloves is a good idea. I always end up getting, when I'm at the end and I'm scraping it out of the bowl, that's when I get it on my wrists. Okay, so water jar and a wooden spoon. So you put the, and then I have to have the scale. So you have a container on the scale. So the water jar is on the scale. You reset it to 0. You measure your lye, you measure your water, and then you add the lye to the water, never the other way. If you put the water in the lye, it will explode everywhere and it'll be a big problem. So the water is in first. You measure the water, put it in the jar. Then you measure your lye. It's easy if you put a plastic bag on the, like a baggie, put it on the scale, and then pour your lye into the plastic bag. Okay? And then you can make a lot of those same size of lye, because once you've already got it all ready, and also your water jar, once you've got the right amount of water in your jar, put a piece of tape around so you see exactly the line. Then it makes your life so much simpler. And then you can just keep doing the recipe over and over and over. Okay, so I measuring cup and baggies. And then I need crock pots. So so you also need a metal bowl. How did I usually do it? I have a certain 8-cup measuring. So the 8-cup glass measuring bowl. And I melt the lye. I open up the lye and put it in the package. Now not lye, I'm sorry, lard. So I take the lard, I'm going to use 5 pounds. So I'm going to melt 5 of these blocks. I'll put them in the microwave. And if it's frozen butter, it takes 1 minute. But if it's lard, it doesn't take a whole minute. You don't want it too warm because when you mix your water, your lye goes in your water, and then there's fumes. So you have to take that outside right away, or do it outside, or just stand back. Don't have kids around. And then you stir that with the wooden spoon to make sure there's no little clumps at the bottom, or else you end up with clumps with your soap has lye in it, hot lye. So you want to make sure it's safe soap. If you do end up with soap that has white powder on the outside and that is lye heavy, it's great for washing dishes and it makes everything sparkle. Oh my gosh, your glasses come so clean. Everything is perfectly clean. You can get the dark stuff off of your pots and pans. You can do your walls, everything. It's really great great soap. Okay, so this is the old-fashioned soap. This is the way they used to make it. There was this lady, I lived in Moncton or Brussels, Ontario. I was on a farm between Moncton and Brussels and Newry. And this lady in Moncton had this big cauldron, and when they'd kill a cow, she'd put the fat in, and I think she'd even put the bones in. And then she'd put in her water and lye. But I don't know if she measured. It's pretty. But anyway, what happens is you let your water and lye mixture, it's going to get really hot. Once you mix them together, it gets really hot. and leave it outside for I usually did this in the winter so it would cool off, and you stir it, make sure it's all evenly the same temperature, and you've got your candy thermometer, which tells you what the temperature is that you need, and it needs to be between 100 and 110. Can check that again if you want. Ask chat. Chat knows everything. Okay, so you when it comes down to the right temperature, you need your oils or your lard to be the same temperature, because otherwise it'll be too cold or too hot and it'll change the temperature. And it affects the way your soap turns out. If your lye is too hot, your lye liquid, lye water, if it's too hot and you add your oils or your melted lard, it's too it messes it up. I've made soap and had some of it not work. Such a pain. So you also have a crock pot ready. So you use a stick blender. I hope my stick blenders work. I have 2 of them. I hope it's easy to wear them out. But so I just keep going up and down in the middle, around and up and down and up and down. And what happens is when the lye and the lard or fat get together, the lye changes the molecules of fat into soap. That's called saponification. So it's when the lye saponifies the lard, it will look like the top of pudding. It thickens, and now lard is going to thicken fast. If you use oils, it takes longer, like vegetable oil and soybean oil, and you can buy oils in the store that are cheap, but they are going to be sometimes if it's called vegetable oil, it may be a mixture of canola and corn. So you need to have just one kind, just corn oil, and then you can make your recipe with that. So now this is going to be a very hard soap. And so when it sets, after it's in the mold, in 24 hours, it's going to harden, maybe before that. And you need to cut it soon. If you wait too long to cut it, it'll break and you'll have all these chunks. You can melt them back together, but it's not as nice. Now, if you make it and you pour it in the mold to sit, right after it's come to trace, well, after it comes to trace, I think that's when you're supposed to add your fragrance oil. But I find that if I add as much as they say, it doesn't turn out right. Oh, also you need to add castor oil so that it keeps the fragrance, which means you're going to need a little less lard. If you don't use less lard, if you just add some castor oil with it, then your soap will be softer. Let's do that with, we'll put in how much percent of castor oil. Let's go back to the recipe here. And we'll put in castor. You go up the list until you find castor, C-A-S, castor oil, and we're going to add that. And then we're going to put in, okay, so we'll change the first 100%. We're going to change that to 97%. And so then 3%. And then for the pounds, we're going to put pounds at the bottom. Okay, and now we'll recalculate it. There's no weight value for oil number 1. Well, it's not going to be exactly 5 pounds. Okay, well, we'll say it is 5 pounds. Okay, so then the bottom is going to be a little different. So we'll calculate the recipe now. Oh, I don't know for the weight of oil number 2. Oh, we're going to do it by percent, not pounds. Okay. So we'll get rid of all that. Because you want it to turn out to. Okay, so, and that's 5 pounds total. So calculate recipe is, there's no weight for value oil number 1. Oh, I have to put it in percent. Okay, now we'll try calculate recipe. Okay, so it's 4.85 pounds of lard and 0.15 pounds of castor oil. Okay, and so we'll calculate the recipe, view or print recipe, and now we'll print this one out. So our recipe is changed. Bummer. Okay, so now our numbers are, lard is 1. Okay, the water is 861.82. That's still the same. And the lye is 303.34. So this is changed. 303.34. That's for the lye, right? Yes, NaOH. And then the lard is now changed, and we have to add castor oil. So the lard is now oils. The lard is 2,199. 2,199.92. Okay, that's for the lard. And the castor oil is 68.04. Okay, and then our fragrant oil is 70. Fragrant oil is 70.88. Okay, now if you add your fragrant oil too early when it's hot, if it's too hot, it'll flash off. Like there's a flash point for each kind of fragrance. The day before I quit making soap, it arrived and I never made soap again. I spent $400, but in $400 I got like a liter of citronella oil and a liter of lavender and a liter of I don't know, I had about 20 liters of stuff for $400. It's a lot cheaper. I mean, that much lavender for, I think it's $60 for that much lavender. And so if you get it in the little vials, it's like $5. So for 5 milliliters, for $5, so $1 a milliliter. So this is 1,000 milliliters. So it would be $1,000, but you get it for 60. Anyway, so lard and castor oil, fragrant, and water, and lye. Okay, so now I'm gonna go get my recipe again. So this is no castor oil. So if you're going to make it unfragranced, no fragrance. Okay, so you get the scale and you get the lye. Measure your lye into little baggies. Get your jar, measure your water into it. Make sure you reset it to 0. Put it on the scale. Then turn the scale on. Then reset your jar to 0. Then add your water, which is has my water changed? 861. No, my water and my glad I printed this out. I have to go get it out of the printer. The lie is 303.34. Okay. And castor oil and the fragrant oil. Okay, so that's all we're gonna need. Measure your lye, measure your water, pour your lye into the water and stir with a wooden spoon. It's got to be your glass jar or stainless steel and your wooden spoon or a stainless steel spoon. And then you put your candy thermometer in it and let it cool down to about 100. And then you're melting your 5 pounds of lard in a separate container in the microwave, or yeah, that's the only way to melt it. Or you could put it on a pot in the stove, I suppose, but anyway, I like doing it in the microwave. And then, now you don't want that to re-hard. Tallow hardens back up again pretty quickly. You know, I made cookies with lard, and I didn't use it all, and there were eggs in it. And after a while, I mean, it was probably still good, but I put it outside and nobody would eat it. None of the animals ate the lard, the stuff that was made with lard. Interesting, eh? I guess the raccoon did eventually. Yeah, he ate the lard. It was cookie dough. Anyway. And so this is now, the hardness is now, the range of hardness goes from 29 to 54, and my recipe is 41. Now, if you want it to be bubbly, you can substitute some of your oil for coconut oil. Coconut oil does make soap, drying soap, but it's nice when it's bubbly. This is going to be cleansing. It's going to be really conditioning. Wait a minute. How come cleansing is only 1? I don't want it to be only 1. Let's go back to the other one. It's better than that. Okay, so what if we add now some coconut oil? I'll add some coconut oil to that. And how much percent? Let's put 5%. Let's put 5% of that. So then the 97 comes down to 92. And we will calculate the recipe again. And we will look at the recipe. And now the cleansing is 4. So I think there's a place you can look and see where these are and how cleansing they are. Yeah. What did you put in? Corn oil. Which ones are cleansing? I'm just going to go through them and see which are cleansing oils. Aloe butter is very cleansing. Argan is 1. Babusu is 70. I've never heard of Babusu. Just clicking on each of them and seeing if it changes. None of these are cleansing. Canola's not cleansing. Carrot seed, no. Castor, no. Cherry kernel oil, no. Cherry kernel, chicken fat, 1. Cocoa butter is 0. Coconut oil is 67. All right, let's add more coconut oil, shall we? Instead of 5%, let's add 10%. 10% coconut oil, which means I have to go down to now. What's 100 take away 13? 100 take away 10 is 90. 10 take away 3 is 7. So it's 87. That's 89, 87. All right, let's see what this says now. So now our cleansing is 8. Interesting. Sorry, you guys have been talking and I've been. You had so many scents, lots of crock boxes you put soap into to cut. A little trying to remember them all. Oh, there were so many. Sounds like a different recipe than past making. Interesting. Shall come back. Check back. Hi, Violet. Good morning, Nancy. Love being with you, but I can't hear you properly. Your mic is very low. So enjoy your prayers, and I cry often while you're praying. Oh, bless your heart. Okay, can you hear me better now? Okay, so we have another recipe now. So we have this one was just straight. Okay, so now we're going to use coconut oil. We have lots of coconut oil. So now the recipe is going to be water, lye, lard, castor oil, and coconut oil. Okay, so the water is going to be 861.82. The lye is going to be 41. The lard is going to be 1,973.13. This is all grams. And then the castor oil is going to be 68.04. The coconut oil is going to be 226.80. Okay. What do you think? And then the fragrance is going to be 70.88. All right. And so you know how to do it, right? You measure your lye, measure your water, put your lye into your water. Make sure you've got this set at 0 with the jar on the scale. Stir it with a wooden spoon, set it somewhere, melt your lard and your coconut oil and add your castor oil. Now you have to measure these separately. I've tried putting them all into one container and measuring, and sometimes you get mixed up and things go bad. So measure your lard, measure your castor oil. You can add it to the lard. Measure your coconut oil and add it to the lard. The fragrance oil is always way too much. 70 is so much. I only use like a teaspoon or so, and it holds the fragrance for years. The castor oil makes the fragrance, otherwise the fragrance will go away. Okay, so this is going to be my cleansing basic soap, because it'll be my cleansing because of the coconut oil. But you don't want to have too much coconut oil because it is very drying. But 10% will be fine. I mean, sometimes you do use coconut oil and just put it right on your skin for things, so it's not bad. But as a soap, but the coconut oil will make it bubbly. You'll have bubbly, lovely soap. Okay. So my recipe is now 44 hardness, 8 cleansing, 49 conditioning, 10 bubbly, 40 creamy, 53 iodine, I don't know what that's about, and INS, I'm not sure what that is, which is 150. And the sat to unsat, so that's the super fatted is 5%. So they add a bit, when you make it super fatted, you have a little more fat than gets saponified, which is okay. We are ready to make soap, aren't we? Now we have to gather all these things together. We have to get the scale, the jar, the wooden spoon, the lye, the measuring cup, plastic baggies, crock pots. Oh yes, after it has come to trace, you put it in the crock pot and you let it cook until it leave the lid on and don't touch it. And when the final in the center is finally like jello, then it's ready. And then you can add your I don't know if it's too late to add your fragrant oil by then. I don't know. It sort of ends up not mixing well. Anyway, and then from the crock pot, then you pour it into your soap mold. And if you wanted to color it, you would add your color then. And if you've done it right, it should be ready to use right away. Because that's hot process, is when you cook it after you've made it. Cold process, you just pour it straight into the molds. I think I have 2 molds, so I'll make one of cold process and one of hot process. Oops, low battery. Okay then, I guess we're gonna do that. Love coconut oil, yeah. This kind of coconut oil doesn't smell. I like it when the coconut oil smells, but then you pay more for it, lots more. All right, so maybe should start another video for making soap, or should we just carry on and make it here? It'll be lost in the video. Well, let's just do it here. Because when I start over, there's 7 people watching now, but when I start over with nothing, nobody will be here. Oh, but maybe it would be a good idea. Wouldn't it be better to have a soap making video that's just soap making, instead of having to go through about an hour before you get to the soap making part? All right, well, we can do another easy step, okay? And so the easy step is we're going to go get the stuff we need. The trips to the dump looking for crock pots, so fun. Yes, now. Oh, hello. How are you, Willem?
Good.
I'm going to make soap today. I can't believe I'm going to do this. Okay, then. So, this is the soap making cupboard over here. This is the other dehumidifier. Okay, here we go. We're in business. Let's turn you around so I can see that you can see. All right, so we're going to have with these crock pots, we've still got them. One. Oh, how come that's oh, we're turned around the wrong way now. Okay. So we have our crock pots. And if we want to make different flavors, we can do that. And here's our lye. Okay, crock pots lye. This is that lye I made years ago. What's this? This is almond oil. That's for making shampoo. These were fragrant oils. Oh, I think that's blackberry sage. That's a nice one. Or is this one blackberry sage? Smell that one. That's nice. Boy, these are good. Okay. So then, here's our scale. Oh, look, and here's our recipes. Oh my goodness. So this is with lard and castor oil. That's all. And this one is with avocado coconut. Avocado oil and coconut oil. And this one is with castor oil and olive oil. So that's the other kind. What is that called? What's this? Oh, look. Some leftover soap from long ago. Is that soap? I don't know, but I guess it's there. Okay. Now down here, oh yes, that's where all the fragrances are. I think this computer piece kind of, whoa, I don't think I need to store it here. Okay. And now, my housekeeper sorted all this for me. Okay, so what have we got here? This is peach blossom fragrant oil, nutmeg essential oil, cedarwood essential oil, sweet potpourri fragrant oil, aniseed essential oil, regal pomegranate fragrant oil, lavender essential oil, coconut cream, that's a really nice one too. And this is tropical zest. Wouldn't it be cool if we got into doing this again? Okay, musk fragrant oil, cranberry peach vanilla. They're so old and yet they're really good. Romance fragrant oil, Hawaiian lei fragrant oil, gardenia fragrant oil, lilac and lilies, vanilla fragrant oil, violet, acai berry, amaretto. Oh, this is a rubbing out oil. Clean cotton, tea tree, geranium, and I don't know what this is. Lavender. Maybe it's just oil. What else we got here? Mango Madness, Frangipani, Orchid, Mountain Laurel. Only Mountain Laurel's good. But those are fragrant oils, and people can be allergic to them. Rose Garden, Lilies in Bloom, Woodland Themes, Sleigh Ride, there's going to be room for these. There's one more. Sandalwood. Okay. This is our battery charger. That should be somewhere more accessible. Or maybe just knowing where it is good. What's in these? Telephone cable, vehicle black box, and mag dock. Huh, I should use that. Okay. Oh, and that swivel. You remember my swivel? I used to have this, and I used to plug it into things when they had plug-ins like that. Guess that's no good anymore. And there's this one too. Okay then. What is this? It's a smoke alarm, I think. Oh, a wireless door chime. I don't have the other part to it. So that might as well go. Okay, so now we have some, these are going to be our fragrances. We have our lavender, aniseed, cedarwood, and nutmeg. But those are not necessarily the best smelling. And I usually would mix lavender, musk, and vanilla, which makes a wonderful one. Okay, so we've got our scale. And the water jars, and we get a jar from right here. A wide mouth jar is the best. Okay, so we have our scale and a wide mouth jar. And we will take take all these handy dandy things in there with us. I think I have lavender, musk, vanilla already mixed. Okay, so let's have these things with our lye and our scale, our jar, and book. to go to my car. This is the stand for you. Put you back in your stand. Okay, and the scale and the jar. And shall I bring out the crock pots? Okay. It's more fun to, I'm like, you're set for fragrances, Stephanie. You sent me on an adventure. Thank you. Thank you. I needed this. I really did. Okay, so now I think we're going to have some room here. We shall remove things. Remove this. Hello, kitty. I'm not going fishing for you today. I'm going to go back outside with your kitten. Hi, Willem.
Hi, Nancy.
I'm going to make soap.
Oh, you are wonderful. Were you going to get something to bag today?
Yes, I am. I'm taking Liza's car there for 2:30.
Oh, okay.
So I'll take the good car so that if the car is late getting out, she can still have car seats to get the kids.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
Can you let this cat out, please?
Okay, meow. Here.
Out you go. Go. Oh, out you go. Yeah, out. Yeah, I'm not going to keep you inside. Oh, you can go play with your children. Here you go.
Want to put food out?
Sure, but don't let them all in.
Right. You're looking at the food that's right here at the door.
Okay. So, I also move the. Can you put this in the other room on the shelf? On the
What other room?
in the sunroom.
Okay.
On the there. On the somewhere in there where it fits. On the freezer or something. Not on the freezer because we have to open it. Okay. These away. Okay. We're getting there. Look at this. We are doing it. I don't think that this likes being cut. Bringing in the roses. Bringing in the roses. Okay. Food over there. This is also done. Okay. And so the crock pots. Get plugged in over there. We need to
on the mail list.
Good.
You want it regular mail or courier?
Regular man's.
Okay.
Not in a big hurry.
I had to rip the envelope open because the 2 passport photos had fallen out when I was putting it in. They were on the floor. Well, I checked all the
You checked everything and made sure. Okay, thank you.
that should be good enough.
Yep, thanks. Okay, noise time. Yes, I'm making soap. Imagine. Okay. So let's wash that now. Getting ready to make soap anyway. Okay, and then I guess I need my bowl. I need to scrape this off better. This isn't perfectly This was pizza making yesterday. Okay, so now okay, so first of all, we're going to see if our scale works. Been sitting there for 10 years. I realized it was 10 years ago that I was taking my kiln out. Oh, look. Okay. Power. Look at that. It goes on. Okay, 0 grams. So we're going to start with our lye. I'm going to use some baggies. And we will need our jar for water. And our spoon. Maybe a stainless steel spoon would be best. I don't have one, I don't think. Here's our instant read thermometer. Okay, so we have this. Oh, let's put our jar in it and we'll set it to 0. What does this say? Timer set. Okay, so now we go set it at 0. Okay, and then we're going to have water, which we will add in the right quantity. Oh, you know what? It works best if you use soft water. So let's go get some. Oh, that's not soft, that's hard water. I was thinking of in the pool. Whatever, we're going to use hard water then. Okay, so we have this. I'll get my recipes. Hi, dear. May I excuse me? Okay, so this is just lard, right? Oops. I'm gonna have to get the charger from my phone, I think. Plug you up. Lard, and this one is lard and castor oil. So this is going to be lard by itself, would just be fragrance free and hard. This would be hard, fragrance free. And then this one is going to be lard and castor oil. So this has a smell. Oh, Willem, is the printer out of paper?
What?
Is the printer out of paper? Could, oh. Okay, well, we'll make sure it's printed then. All right, let's check on that again. Yes, do remember our kiln I have been watching since kids were still home. I am making soap, or trying to. But I have to plug it in, the camera in, or it's gonna die. What's this one go to? Okay, so let's go back in our computer and we'll print this. This is our castor oil, coconut oil, lard. Print. Okay. Good. That's that. Okay, what's this here? We have a cord. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm gonna plug you in. Okay. So you get to sit on this now. Make room for the cord. Okay, is it printed? Did it just print? Okay. So this is what the recipe looks like. You can take a screenshot of that if you want. Click. Okay, so I'll put it in a sleeve. And then you can take a hanger. And some clips. And you can hang it up on some clips. This. Okay, and then you can okay, and then you can hang it on the cupboard door so you don't get it all dirty. Okay, so now we'll get our coconut oil out of the cupboard. And we'll need some lard. We're going to need 5 lards. Let's go back in the other room again. Get our lard. We've got coconut oil. The castor oil is in that frame, in the mold. And what are we here for? Oh, now I forgot. Lard. use this box. That was to be making soap out of, but I'm gonna do it this way. There we go. They're each 1 pound, or 454 grams. All right, so we're gonna have our water, and we're gonna have our lye, and we're gonna have our lard, our coconut oil, and our castor oil. And we're gonna have our crock pots, and this, and we're gonna have our wooden spoon, or metal spoon. I have some stainless, I have silver spoons, but I don't think I should use them. Let me see. Here. Okay. Our spoon. I'm gonna make soap.
Soap is awesome.
So that'll be for that. And this will be, I need another one. I need a spatula for that one. So that's gonna be the lard. Those 3 things. So we're gonna have to, I wonder if this will all fit into here. Maybe so. And then we will have this for that. Yes, this is lard. All right, so put you back in here. Oops. Okay. Oh, I don't want it on here. I want it on here. How do you get back in? Come back in to annoy me again? All right, so you need to see what's going on. All right, so we'll turn it around like this. I'll put you over here. All right, first of all, let's see. Do we have everything we need? We've got lye and this, and it's best if we, use something to dip it with, and then at the very end. Ben, Daniel, when you put your stuff in the oven, you shouldn't put it in at the same time it's preheating, because it'll burn the top. You should not put it in until it's finished preheating, because the top burner is on and it will burn the top while it's getting ready. Okay. So now then, got our lye, and our water, and our oils. We have this for that. And we will we can add those. We'll have to add those into a separate dish. To measure them into a separate dish. Okay, I think we are ready to begin. So, I think I should start a new video with this. Now, where's our recipe? It's over there. All right, so I can't hold you and do this at the same time. That is a definite problem. So, how do we do this then? We do need to use this. Maybe I can do it a different way, I don't know. What are you doing in here again? You don't like the food. Get a life. Out you go. Nice kitty, kitty. We have to get you spayed. You do. There you go. Water and food, all there. Okay. Oh, I still owe them $14. Okay, I'll have to do that. Okay. Where are you? There you are, over there. No, I don't want her in. Out. No, you have to stay out. There. Okay, is that 3 times moving her? Willem, can I borrow your camera? Your phone? Okay. So let's see if we can do this. Okay, so I'm gonna get the YouTube app. Don't let him in again. Close that door all the way, please. Thank you. She's been in 3 times. I've had to put her back out. Okay, that's going to take a minute to get ready. Then we're going to put it in this one and we're going to film it in this one. So I'll be making 2 live videos at the same time when it's ready. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a baggie. You don't need to do it in baggies, but I like to make a whole bunch of these and then I can just easily make soap again. So,
Are you using this button or something like that?
no. This is on TP Woman. How do I change that? Forget how to do that. No, I don't want this one. So it should be coming up as Nancy today. Just a minute, I gotta figure this out. It's gonna go on the wrong channel. So, how do you sign out? There's a lot of good stuff on here. Okay, so that doesn't work. This one. Description, info, Canada. Joined 2013 in that one. Manage video. Oh, wait. TP Woman. Go back this way. Okay. Now, click on that and add account. Is that right? Add account. Continue. Oh, I don't know how to do this anymore. Let's do this way. Okay. Couldn't find my Google account. I'm using my email instead. Okay. I have no idea what my password is. That was the wrong password. Okay. I'm gonna have to use this to get my password. So, whatever made me think you would all the supplies, you're amazing. Well, yes, you know how it is. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm still trying to figure out how to do my password on here. The password that's saved in my phone is wrong. So I don't know how to do that now. So I'll have to make a new password, I guess. So I'll go back to add account, continue. Okay, I think what happened is I forgot the password, so now it's gonna wanna use this thing. I don't have a passcode, I don't think. I'm not a passcode person. So let's see if this has Bluetooth turned on. How do I do that? Not that way. What am I looking for? Bluetooth, so general settings. Bluetooth is on. Okay. And now I want to go back to YouTube.
I'll drop it off in the post office here.
Okay, thank you, Willem. I'm going to sign in. Add account. Continue. Couldn't find it. Phone number or email. It's correctly written. All right, now it's going to send a verification code to me. So let's go to the Gmail. It's not me. Why isn't it there? All mail. Where's all mail? All inboxes. All mail. Or maybe they sent a text message. Text message. Nope. All right. This is quite difficult. You have difficulties like this? All right, so let's go back to this again. Get a verification code. Send. Oh, that's why I didn't do it. Didn't send it yet. Okay, now the code is what? The code is... Why isn't it coming? This is a little bit frustrating. Here I was going to do it. So maybe I will just turn this off, and I'll just do it on here. So I'm going to start a live video again. So just get out of this, and then in a minute, refresh it. It should work. Okay, so you can have it back. And I will say goodbye. Thank you for all being here while I prepared to make soap. See you later. Bye.